everyone. Today we'll be discussing on the concept of the presentation of overloading in C#. Okay, how it is being used, what and else it is be there in overloading, that you will be learning. Okay, actually you know what do you mean by overloading. Overloading it's nothing but you are said to be having the multiple methods with the same name, and they may be having the various parameters which are there in the methods. Those it will be different. The same concept which is there in the other languages, it is the same here also, where you are using different parameters, different data types you will be using in the overloading concept. Okay, so let's see. First we'll be learning in the contents part what do you mean by introduction. Okay, introduction of your overloading that you will be learning. Then you will be learning about what is method overloading, then example based on that method overloading that we will be discussing. Okay, so here introduction to overloading, it's overloading, it's nothing but allows functions in the computer languages to mingle up with each other. Okay, overloading comes under the static polymorphism. Overloading mainly comes under the static polymorphism, where you are said to be like checking multiple methods, how they are said to be accessed, what they are said to be accessing, how they are said to be managing the methods, and what parameters they are passing, what type of data types they are said to be involving within those method overloading concept that you will be learning in static polymorphism, and it is achieved with the classes. Okay, mainly when you are said to be having a static class, you need not create an object and you need not call the objects which are there. So mainly it is said to be involved in the concept of static polymorphism, your overloading concept. Okay, so let's check out the parameters and the data types which are being used in C#. Okay, you can check out here in the example. When you consider a method, here it is said to be for the first method. In this particular method, no parameters are said to be passed. In the second one, you can check out, it is said to be passing various parameters. One is add, one variable is being passed here. Here it is passing two variables, and here also it is of type int there, and here it is said to be passing two types of variables which are of different data types. One is int and one is double, and here also you are said to be passing two parameters where the data types are said to be different, that is double. Okay, so this is the concept of what and all parameters are being used in method overloading. The process of creating one method in a class with C# is same as the other languages, and whereas in VB.NET also we are said to be overloading a method of the base class. Okay, overloading a method of the base class, and but in C# no need to use the keyword overloading. You need not every time use the keyword overloading in C#. Okay, so while processing the overloading methods, some of the rules are said to be followed. So the rules which will be common for all other languages also, method overloading carries all the methods which are said to be following the same rules and regulations. Okay, the example for method overloading you can check out here. The example is, you can check out a program starting is there where you are using the using system concept, then you have the namespace which you are said to be giving for it, then you have a class C1, a class with a class name C1 is being there, and another method is there called what, sum. That method consists of two variables a and b. Okay, int a and b. Okay, two variables are there, and you are said to be returning the sum of the two variables a plus b which are of type int. Okay, and next part. Okay, next you consider another type of method sum, which is of data type which is said to be different. That is said to be, it is said to be having a data type which is said to be float. Okay, and its variables are int a and float b. Two variables, remember here they are said to be having different data types, int and float, and once again you are said to be returning the addition of the two variables. Then class 2, you can check out here, class 2 is being given, and you are said to be deriving the whatever methods are there in the class 1. Okay, here you are said to be deriving the features of whatever in class 1 it is there into the class. Okay, public int sum, another method sum is there which is of type int. Here the parameters which are being used are three parameters a, b and c, and here also they are of data type int, and here also you are said to be calculating the sum of the three variables a plus b plus c, and you are returning in the main method. Okay, and in the main method you can check out here what and all changes has happened. Okay, as you all have seen, whatever was there in the class 1, it was being derived in class 2. So we are creating only a object which is of class 2. Okay, class 2 object is equal to new class 2, an object is being created in the main method, and when you are saving the program, remember it should be saved with the name of the class which is there in the main method. Okay, remember that. Okay, class console dot write line, you can see the object it is being used, object dot sum, the sum method it is calling. Which method it is said to be calling is, which is said to be having the variables, or which is said to be having the variables which is of same data type, that is int 10 20 it will go. Where it will go is, you can check out here, 10 20 means in the first method it will be going to this first method which has two variables, that is int a and int b. It will be passed on to here, and then it will there go to that particular section, and it will be taking the values 10 and 20. 10 plus 20 is nothing but 30. Okay, that it will be considering. Then next console write line, this object it is said to be there, and it is calling the sum method. Here you can check out the variables which are there. One is said to be of type int and another type is said to be float. Okay, int and float. Now where it will be moving is, you can check out here, int and float. It is there here in this particular method. So it comes here and it prints the sum of the variables. Okay, so these two, it's 10 plus 15.7, it will calculate, that is how much, 25.7. It will calculate and it will print on the screen. Okay, then continuing, then once again object is said to be calling the third method. Okay, which one? It is calling the third method. That third method consists of three variables, that is a, b and c, 10 20 and 30. Where it will be going is, it will be going to this particular method, that is class 2. In that you have the method sum, int a, int b and int c. It will be coming here, it will be adding the three variables and it will be printing on the screen those three variables sum. So you have 10 plus 20 plus 30, so it's nothing but 60. It will be printing on the screen. So now you can check out the output here which is being given. In the beginning it was 10 plus 20, so it is 30. Then it is said to be having the then it is said to be having 10 plus 15.7. So when it is being considered 10 plus 15.7, it will be 25.7 as I said. Then at last it will be printing the sum, that is 60. So you have all the results, all the output here, 30, 25.7 and 60. Okay, and at last, why the compiler it is said to be distinguishing with the various signatures, it will be depending on, mainly remember the whole overloading concept, it will be dependent on the method name. Okay, it will be dependent on the data types and the order in which it is said to be executed. Okay, one by one it will be checking which method will be taking which data types or the parameters, that it will be checking. Okay, if the compiler look only at method names during compilation, it cannot do like that. Mainly the compiler, it should check out for all the things, the data types and the variables also. Okay, that it will be checked. And overloaded method mainly cannot be distinguished by the return value. It was not said to be distinguished with the return value. It should be dependent on whatever parameters and the whatever data types it is said to be calling. Okay, so this is the concept of your method overloading which you have learned. Okay, in the next session you will be learning about the method overriding concept, which is nearly same as overloading. Okay, so method overloading, remember, it is said to be having different types of parameters and it is said to be having different types of data types which are used in various methods. Methods name may be same, but the data types and the variables, it will be different. Okay, thank you.